Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to Lazy Cap's Thoughts, Car Edition. Today, we're going to talk about how the salary cap, is just a social construct that doesn't exist. It's like a made-up term, right? And then we're going to talk about how Mickey Loomis is just a magician, and he makes the salary cap irrelevant. In case you didn't see, the Saints have not cut a single player yet. They were $100 million over. They're now only $48 million over the salary cap. They also put a franchise tag on Marcus Williams. People that are worried about the salary cap, they don't put franchise tags, especially on their safeties. Fair? Yeah. What does that tell me? That tells me Mickey Loomis is pretty confident that he's going to get under the cap, and he's going to get well under the cap. As a Saints fan, we have never once had to worry about the cap. Not once in our entire lives as being a Saints fan under Mickey Loomis and Sean Payton, we have not had to worry about the cap. One year, we were $60 million over the cap, and we still gave Jairus Byrd the highest contract of a safety in NFL history. That's the type of stuff that we do, because the cap doesn't matter to us. It doesn't mean anything. And every single other fan base in the NFL, for some reason, is really obsessed with their salary cap. Really obsessed. And do you know how we get under the salary cap? We extend Ryan Ramczyk. Cool. I really want to do that. We extend Marshawn Lattimore. Cool. I really want to do that. All of a sudden, we're right around even. We're breaking even all of a sudden. You restructure a couple of guys, you reconfigure a couple of numbers, and all of a sudden, you're under the salary cap. And then that's before you ever make a single cut. And then guess what? If they trade for Russell Wilson and include Taysom Hill and Andrews Pete, they'll have approximately about $20 million in salary cap space while acquiring Russell Wilson and getting rid of. I like Hill as a gadget player. I mean, he's never going to be anything as a quarterback, but let's call it what it is. By trading a gadget player, a few picks, and a guard who just hates blocking. And all of a sudden, you will be well under the salary cap while also getting one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. The salary cap does not exist. It doesn't exist. Coming into the offseason, every single non-Saints fan, the Saints are screwed. They're going to have to cut all of their roster. 5 wins incoming. Kamara's gone. Michael Thomas is gone. Lattimore's gone. Ramczyk's gone. Jameis is gone. Everybody's gone. And now, all of a sudden, they're like, uh-oh. They're legit shaking. They keep just counting down the numbers, saying, but you're still this much over. You're still this much over. And then the smart Saints fans say, look, this move right there, which is very simple, which was going to happen no matter what, saves us a ton of money. The salary cap does not exist. Mickey Loomis is a genius. He is a freaking magician. And he has been showing everyone in the league the textbook for the last 10 years. The strategies that the rest of the league is using now is what Loomis created 10 to 8 years ago. What Loomis is doing now other teams will do it 5 years from now. Because that's what he does. He's an innovator. He's the best in the business at doing his job. At every single aspect of bringing in impact players, drafting, and development. Great. Salary cap management. Amazing. The Saints are going to find a way. Coming into the offseason, they were $100 million over the projected salary cap number, which, by the way, is now $182.5 million, which means it's actually $2.5 million more than what we expected. Actually, at one point, they thought it was going to be 170. Actually, and then they thought it was going to be 175, and then they thought it was going to be 180. Now it's 182.5. The team that was projected almost $100 million over the salary cap will not lose a single player that they wanted to retain. They will not cut any player that they wanted on the team next year. And they will add any free agent that they feel that they want. Because the salary cap does not exist. The only player that the Saints might have had some interest in bringing back next season that won't be back is Trey Hendrickson. And guess what? If a team wants to go pay Trey Hendrickson $15 million a year because of one season, that's cool with me, buddy. Wipe my hands. I can't really show. I'm wiping my hands clean of you. You're gone. But Marcus Davenport's going to step up. Carl Granderson's going to step up. The only person I'm a little worried about losing would be a Malcolm Brown. He was very, very good in the run game. Hope we find a way to keep him. He's been a trade or cut type, prospect. But any player that the Saints want to retain on this team, they will retain. They will do it. Like, Marcus Williams was priority number one. Priority number one. And he's here. He's not leaving. He's not going anywhere. The people who won't be on this team next year are people like Jared Cook and Josh. I love Josh Hill to death, but Josh Hill, Thomas Morrison, people whose plays were declining, people who they just don't. Just being honest here, they're not going to be the best player at the position on our team. Big fish, Adam Trotman is here. We don't need Jared Cook. Thomas Morrison's play declined a lot. I love Morstead so much. This relationship that he has with the city of New Orleans is crazy. It's very special. But let's be honest here. He was injured and he just didn't perform. And we have a 23-year-old on the roster now that's ready to go after spending a year learning under Tom. So, I mean, like, I'm just not worried about the cap space whatsoever. And I'm pretty convinced that we're getting Russell Wilson. I'm pretty convinced. Russ has basically demanded a trade without saying it. He has dogged out the franchise, the owners, the offensive line, the running backs, the defense, the defensive backs, the coaches, Pete Carroll too. Like, Pete Carroll's sons. He's dogged out every single member of that organization in the, like, classiest way possible. In the nicest way possible. And, like, he can't walk back into that locker room next year. Not after some of the stuff he said. He can't. He can't walk back in the locker room next year. It's not going to happen. So I think it comes down to us or the Bears. The Bears are definitely going to be more thirsty to trade for it. They're going to be more desperate because if they don't get Russell Wilson, Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace will both be fired, probably during the next season. Yeah. But they might be a little more overzealous, but the Saints do have better players to offer. They have better situations to offer. And it also comes down to what Russ wants. He has to accept the trade. He has a full no-trade clause. He could say, look, I only want to go to the Saints, so figure it out. He could say that. And why wouldn't he want to come to the Saints? He'll work with Sean Payton. He'll have the best coach he'll ever work with in his entire life. He'll have a great offensive line, the best offensive line he's ever had. He'll play with Alvin Kamara. He has never played with a running back or any player whatsoever that is even half as good as Kamara is. Then you come in, you still have Michael Thomas. Emmanuel Sanders might be on the team, I don't know. He might be a cap casualty. We don't know. Whatever rookies we bring in, which right now, it's kind of looking like it's going to be more of the defensive side of the ball. I'm hoping for J.C. Horn, legacy pick, but we are the best situation for Russ, and I think it's going to happen. I think Mickey Loomis is going to work his magic again, and man, if he pulls this one off, I think Drew's gone regardless. I think it's a formality at this point to save us more cap space, but considering that the Saints have just made, like, no real cuts so far, and they have slashed that number in half already. They've already went $50 million under. Watch out, because Mickey Loomis is working his magic again, and the Saints are going to be nasty again. All these, 5 wins, 6 wins, like, no. That ain't going to be it. We're going to run the South again, and this time with Russell Wilson, we're winning it all. And that's going to do it for today's Lazy Couch Thoughts. It was a long one. Very passionate about this subject because other teams' fan bases, for some reason, the Saints salary cap is the only thing anyone ever cares about. Like, I don't know the salary cap situation of any other team in football, yet every single fan base understands exactly what the Saints salary cap situation is and understands that they are over it. Like, what? Like, why do y'all care so much? I don't know. You gotta mind your own. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys on Friday. Peace.